What's going on, guys? This is Travesty here, and today I have a webcam just because I can now, because I've downloaded OBS, I've downloaded Sony Vegas. I'm still working on Photoshop, but I've decided since I've joined the PPL and that's all starting soon that I should improve my recordings a little bit, and this is the first step. So hopefully this is a bit better. Hopefully I can start doing some better editing and stuff for you guys. Anyway, let's get to today's upload. I am playing some NUke and decided to build a team around Taurus because this thing is freaking amazing. I'm actually going to change Ironhead for Earthquake. It has more utility. So I did have Ironhead on there because I thought Gramble was more of a thing because I use a lot, but apparently not many people use Gramble. So it says Rock Climb because Rock Climb hits ridiculously hard, Sheer Force, Life Orb, Stab. Decent base power move. The only problem is it misses, but deal with that. We then have Rock Slide to hit flying types. Can't really think too much actually that you want to hit with Rock Slide. It's just nice coverage in general. Fire Blast is there specifically for things like Ferroseed. Also Laron I've seen a little bit of, gets hit pretty hard by Fire Blast once you get rid of its Violet. And EQ is there to also take care of some of those steel types if they're giving you a problem. Can also deal a decent chunk to things like Cradilly if they're especially defensive. We then have what used to be a Fletchinder and is now a Combusken. I don't really know what people run on Combusken normally. I could put Flare Blitz. Honestly, I'm just trying this thing out because it was Fletchinder and Fletchinder's just moved up to RU, which is shit because that thing was putting in so much work for me with Natural Gift Lychee Berry, which is just amazing. But that's probably why it's in RU, to be honest. But we just have Speed Boost Sweeper with Protect, SD, Sky Uppercut, and Fire Punch. I'm still testing this thing out because pretty much I had the rest of the team built and then I've just used this to replace Fletchinder, and I'm not sure how it's going to go. Sky Uppercut and Fire Punch, I might just run Flare Blitz, because I'm probably going to be using this thing as a late game sweeper, like wall breaker, wall, get rid of some stall, and then sweep with this, is basically how this team is supposed to work. And like I said, it worked better when this was a Fletchinder because the priority acrobatics was just ridiculous. Whereas this I need a few turns to set up, but it could work. I'm hoping it works. In any case, we then have Shardy's waifu, the Mesprit, with Healing Wish, because Healing Wish is always nice, particularly when I'm so reliant on 2 mons for most of my power. Then U-turn, knockoff, then headbutt, knockoff because knockoff, U-turn because U-turn. It's nice to get that switch initiative, then headbutt for stab, and just to hit some things like, I guess this gets hit by knockoff as well. Usually I just click U-turn and knockoff. This is just to hit things neutrally if I need to. It's also nice to take on things like Sork and Hariyama, can deal a decent amount. We then have Kanye West because it's another gay fish. Lantern with leftovers. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this set. I had it as Cradilly. I've changed this team around a little bit from what it was originally to fit a little bit better with Combusken over Fletchinder. So we have this thing with Volt Switch, Scald, Ice Beam, and T-Wave, leftovers. I'm not really actually think it's Heal Bell, doesn't it? I don't see myself using Ice Beam that much, so I'm going to put Heal Bell. Means I can't hit Cradilly, but I probably wouldn't want to be trying to beat that thing one-on-one anyway. So, and Heal Bell will be nice. I have 2 forms of Cleric, which is... I like having Clerics, honestly. Which you'll hopefully notice if I draft well in the PBL, is that I should have a fair few Clerics if I need it. Basically just a Volt Switch on things. I like Volt Absorb because it means it gives me another electric immunity, although Water Absorb is... Water Absorb pairs a lot better with Sand Slash, and this is basically my defensive core. This thing is mostly specially defensive, not very powerful, just bulky. And then have Sand Flash, which is Mono's Savior because he used this thing incredibly well in passive too. Leftover Sand Rush, because why the hell not? I actually really want to run that at some point. Max Speed, Adamant, Life Orb, Sand Rush. That would just be, oh. I actually really want to try that one day. It sort of gets outclassed by Stoutland, but I feel like this would be unexpected. The only issue is the only sand streamers down this low are like Hippopotas, and it's 2 ground types. But anyway, I'm working on it. This is basically my hazard control, stealth rock, and rapid spin on the same line, and just earthquake and knockoff, because knockoff is just broken, and earthquake is just for stab. I don't really have much status other than T-wave. That's because I want to get the speed control, because I mean, I have a fair bit of speed already, but basically there are a few things which add speed. A lot of these mons, like Persian or Sork or Scarf Sork, I just ran into. Being able to T-wave those things is great because I rely on outspeeding for all of these mons that don't have priority, which is the issue when I lost Fletchinder. In any case, this thing's just Earthquake and Knockoff. I don't want Toxic or anything. Then we have something which has actually put in so much work, which is a Choice Specs Haunter. I've pretty much only clicked Sludge Wave, occasionally Shadow Ball, if I need to hit something on the Switch. Haven't used either of these two moves yet. Sludge Wave over Sludge Bomb, I don't really know. I find it annoying that both exist, but you know, that's that. I think I'm gonna go with Sludge Bomb because the chance to poison outweighs the tiny boost in damage, I think. I haven't actually run calcs to have a look, but in any case, very typical specs, just 252, 252. This thing has literally 0 bulk. Like, it can't take a hit on either side. It's just hit something, get out, hit something, get out. Anyway, that is the team, and I'm going to find a battle. Okay, we found one against EdgyB. He has a Claydol, which is going to get no one likes. He has this thing, so I need to keep Haunter around because it's probably his Mega. If not, I can beat it with Combuskin, and it's probably set up for the. Ditto could be an issue. I need to at least weaken that Ditto before I can set up with this thing. Leads probably Claydol. So I'm going to, that's a great lead. I'm going to go with Shadi's waifu because I feel like you're just going to put me to sleep. Honestly, I just want to, it's probably Sash, and oh, or not. It's Life Orb. Well, that's out of the way. I was considering U-turning. I wasn't sure if it was going to kill U-turn to break the Sash, but I didn't want to bring anything else to get put to sleep, particularly. In any case, that's now gone. Okay, so he's now me, but I'm Scarf, so I'm tempted just to knock off. Risk the speed tide, because I'm going to eat this up a lot better than him, because he's a Ditto, and I am a Mesprit. So I have, like, more than double his health. There's a knockoff. And the crit doesn't kill him, but we do knock off his Scarf. So now this thing dies to rocks, and I kind of want to keep this around, because even without a Scarf I can hit the I can really only hit the throw. Do I risk the speed tie again? I'm going to risk the speed tie again. And we do win this time, which is nice. So Ditto is gone. He says snap. Yeah. I bring in this. What I see him going into. I do want to get... Rocks aren't actually that important anymore. I was going to use an aware down this and the Ditto so he couldn't switch in. But, I mean... Claydol walls this thing to death. I'm going to go into Lantern. Claydol is the one thing I need to get worn down. And if this is Mega Ordino, probably that do, before I can sweep with Combuskin. In comes the Ordino. I'm honestly... I don't know what this can do to me though. I'm just going to T-Wave, Scout, yeah there's the Mega. Just force him to Heal Bell, we do go to Para. Which is really nice. I'm just going to Volt Switch out. So he's not running any speed, just what you expect. This is probably the calm mindset. How do I want to deal with this? I do kind of just want to bring in Haunter, but the problem is he started the Kling Clang, which is an issue. So I'm just going to Volt Switch out, that does nothing. How much can you do with the rock climb, I wonder? I'm going to pull up some calcs, which hopefully you can't see because I'm using OBS now. I love this program so much. Alright, Mega Ordino. Wow, that does nothing. That does so much nothing. Okay, how about Haunter? And use Special Attacker. The problem is he has such an easy switch into Quinklang. And I can't go for Shadow Ball because this thing is normal type. That's actually a really annoying call. I think I'm gonna have to double. Honestly. I can't go into this thing yet because I can't touch that Claydol. I'm gonna double into Sand Slash, expecting it to go into Quinklang. He gets paralyzed, so he stayed in. I would have killed this thing, but okay. At this point, I'm just gonna set up rocks. Fuck it. He's some nice damage. He sets up a Calm Mind. Oh, if I just click Sludge Bomb, why would you stay in when you have a Mega Ordino? Okay. So he's probably Calm Mind, Dazzle, which is now going to kill me off. I'm just going to go for Sludge Bomb. And I'll still do a good amount, because I am Specs. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So now, yeah, the switch is out, in which case this thing just dies on switching, because it'll still be parried. Awesome. So now I can bring in Quinklang, which is an issue. Did I take any damage on Sand Slash? No, I did not. That's good. I'm going to keep this around just so I can fire off Shadow Balls from now on. What is Mesprit doing? Mesprit still hits this thing ridiculously hard, so I'm going to keep that. You're nice for the Claydol. Honestly, Taurus doesn't do that much. I don't really want to switch it in, because it's still at speed and just hit stuff. I'm just going to go into Sand Slash. There's the shift gear. And I have to just go for Earthquake. I don't think I will die to Gear Grinds. Oh, I will die to 2. It is a Life Orb. And we do just take him out with an Earthquake. Awesome. So now I'm not really sure what he's going to bring in. Yeah, they're forfeits. I'm going to find another one because this hasn't been very long. It's only been going for... can't actually tell. So... oh damn it. God damn it. I need to close this because it's going to take up a lot of time. Okay. Let's find another battle. I will only be doing one live with this team. Ooh, this man has a team and a half. Knockoff is going to be great against it though, because game with all those Violites is going to be awesome. Yeah, as I was saying, this is probably going to be the only live I do with this team because I'm aiming to go in the GBA tourney this Sunday. If you guys haven't heard about that, if you haven't heard of the GBA, you've been living under a rock. And if you haven't heard about the tourney, they announced it. They're just going to have a kind of like pass it all over again, and I'm going to go in that, hopefully live record my matches, and I will upload those throughout the next few weeks. Anyway, back to this battle. Lilligant's the lead. Lilligant is such an obvious lead. If I had sub on this, I would protect then sub, but that's... I don't know how fast Lilligant is. I'm going to leave with Shardy's waifu. There's the Rhydon. That was the other thing. I thought Lilligant... I guess I just U-turn into Sand Slash, make the obvious play. As he goes for Mega Horn and misses. Good for me. I don't see a defogger. And then I will just click Knockoff if he stays in. Get rid of this thing's Violate, get rid of... Look, Knockoff is just great, man. I mean, he has a Girder which can take it, but still. Get rid of this thing's Violate and kill it. Get rid of this thing's Violate. Hurt this pretty bad. Make this less of a threat. It's just... I mean, most teams are weak to knockoff. Mine's pretty weak, but you know. So we trade rocks. I have a spinner and you don't, so I'm fine with that. Like I said, I'm just going to click knockoff. I'm not too concerned about rocks on this team. He brings in mischievous. Oh man, that does nothing. That's bulky mischievous, but still. Trying to spin block me and it didn't work. But at least I got rid of this thing's a Violite. So now I can destroy it with Haunter. I'm not really sure what he wants to go for here. I'm going to play it safe and go into my Lantern. Yeah, there's the Willow. I didn't want to bring in anything that I wanted to get burned. And Sandflash, I don't like being burned. I do have Heal Bell on this. He has a Rhydon, but I don't really care if he brings that in because I can just Scald. I don't want a T-Wave because Gerdo is most likely Guts. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Volt Switch out. I don't think this thing can touch me. I won't be able to do much to it either. It does have Hex. I kind of just want to bring in one of these two and just finish it off. What does he have to switch into a Shadow Ball, honestly? Because U-turn won't kill it. He hasn't gone for Destiny Bond. I'm just going to bring in this and click Shadow Ball and watch something take a big hit. And without speed, is that my best play? Yeah, I don't think that was a good switch in. Yeah, that was switch in. So we take out the Girder, which is nice. I'm gonna keep this around because, like I say, it doesn't really have switch-ins to a Shadow Ball. I use Scarf, probably. Most of these are Scarf. And I don't want to die, so I'm gonna keep this. This is really nice to take on a Rhydon, so I'm gonna just go into this. Hope he's not... Okay, special, that's not good. I guess we die. And then we bring in our own Mesprit and Knockoff, I believe, is the play. Because that won't be doing anywhere near as much as a Knockoff will. His best play here is probably going to sack Mischievous. It doesn't really do much the rest of this game because he can't switch in. There it is. Now what does he bring in? He brings in the Lilligant. This is going to put something to sleep now. How bulky is Lilligant? So if I have him... sorry about the lack of talking. I'm running calcs and I just want to know, I'm locked into Knockoff, how does that do to Lilligant? It does not do much. Not do much at all. I have to let him put something to sleep though. No I don't, I have a... He will just be able to Giga Drain back. But, yes. So, that probably actually wasn't a very good play. Because, I mean, I can just bring in this afterwards. He has a Rhydon though. But I can hit that. If I can get up a Sword Stance, I think I'll be able to take it out. So, I'm just going to T-Wave. Yep, there we go. It's probably Lum. But, he's not Lum. Well, that's nice. Because, what do I want to bring in on this though? I'm just going to... Volt Switch is probably my best play, honestly. But then what do I bring in? Because I don't really want anything to take a hit. This thing still just, he has 0 switch-ins for, so if I can bring it in for free, I can just nuke something. Similarly this, and this thing can set up late game and sweep. I'm just gonna let this die. Yeah, nice crit. He's gonna Quiver Dance up again. This is an issue. This is potentially a problem now. No, it's not. He's at a quarter speed with power. I'm just going to Scald. It'll be a slow death, but I will eventually take him out. I mean, that was a crit and didn't do much, but hopefully he just attacks me here, and then I can... Yeah, there we go. It takes me out, gets a decent amount of health back, and he's Life Orb. Okay. So... he'll die to a rock climb, definitely. And I'm not sure how well this thing will take an EQ. Probably well enough. Knockoff still won't kill it. I bring in this thing, will Shadow Ball take it out? Will Specs Shadow Ball take it out? Because not a +2, it definitely won't. Sludge Bomb still will, but I don't want to go for Sludge Bomb because he has things like these two to take it. And I do want to save this because if I can bring it in on one of these two, I can just click Shadow Ball and watch something die. And as long as I have this, he can't lock himself into Psychic. So I think my best play is to go into Tauros. Hope I hit a fucking rock climb. And then if I don't, reassess my priorities and get a new life, because that will be so salty if I miss. That we do hit, it was a crit, not that the crit mattered. How well does Garbodor take it? This is not what I was expecting to come in, honestly. How well do you take anything I go for? You take an EQ very well. That surprises me. Do I go for it? Yeah, he outspeeds me with Mesprit anyway. We do bring it down quite a bit. He sets up spikes. That's not an issue. I can kill you with another EQ. If you bring in Mesprit, what do I let die of Mesprit? Probably this thing, to be honest. Actually, at that point, probably Haunter. Because there's a Rhydon. I just need damage on this, honestly. He still had his Violite, right? I'm pretty sure I didn't get to knock it off. I'm pretty sure he switched into, yeah, he switched into Mischievous. So Earthquake's going to be doing not much at all, but I don't see any form of recovery. And then I can just bring this in and Shadow Ball. So I'm just going to Earthquake, honestly. It does a good amount. He'll probably kill me. Nope, he doesn't even kill me. So now I just Earthquake again. Actually, yeah. So I was going to change to Rock Climb in case he tried to be cheeky. I think he'll die to a Sky Uppercut, right? What's your name? Combuskin. Except you're Adamant. Sky Uppercut. Yeah, he'll die. And have a Life Orb. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this in. I need to get to +2 speed to outspeed that Mesprit, so I'm going to Protect. He goes for EQ. And now I Sky Uppercut. Oh my god. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Lol. Are you serious? God damn it. I'm pretty sure I'd still win. That would have been so nice, honestly though. Yeah, so he goes into Psychic, and I believe my Mesprit should be able to 1v1 here. So at the same amount of HP, both Scarfed. I win the speed tie. I knock off his Scarf, so I'm guaranteed to win the next one. So it's a GG. I really wanted Combuskin to sweep his last 2 Mons. But oh well. Combuskin has been, shall we say, underwhelming. It's nowhere near as good as Fletchinder, but you know, you deal with it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed some NU. This is actually the first NU team I've ever built, first NU team I've ever used. So I'm pretty happy, like, because I've done testing and stuff. I'm pretty happy with how I'm going with it. I'm really enjoying NU, mostly because there are some things here which I think are only NU because of like too many common walls. Like things like Taurus would never do well in OU because there are so many things you can take hit from a base 100 life orb. But down here, it just nukes things so much, and I'm really looking forward to using some of these mons in draft formats because a lot of them seem like Mesprit is potentially very underrated. I can see it doing so much work, and I'm really keen to use it. So in any case, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you in my next upload.